Hello friends, welcome to our e-learning platform by the book Learning Made Easy, where we give an in-depth analysis and explanation of all the topics related to UPSC, APSC as well as other provincial civil service examinations. Now friends, before we begin part 4, we would like to discuss the previous 3 parts in which I discussed about the advent of the Portuguese, the consolidation of their empire in India, as well as the developments they made and their significance and their decline in India. Then we also discussed about the advent of the Dutch, how Cornelis de Houtman was the first person of the Dutch to reach India, and ultimately the decline of the Dutch. We also discussed about the inroads and progress made by the English in Indian soil. So without further ado, let us begin today's contents. So at first, we will be discussing about the foothold of English in Bengal. We knew that Bengal was a very important province during that time for the Indian Empire. So how we are going to discuss how the British made the Bengal their stronghold. Then we are going to discuss about the Farmans given by the Mughal Emperor Farukkhsiyar and the terms of the Farman. Plus, we are going to discuss about the merging of the two English companies, the advent of the French, and the foundation of French centers in India. Finally, we are going to discuss a little bit about how the French and the British came into conflict with each other. So without further ado, let us begin today's discussion. Friends, now we are going to discuss the foothold of English in Bengal. See friends, during that time, Bengal was a very rich and large province, and it was very advanced in terms of trade and economy. You can say it was the most useful province for the entire Indian subcontinent, and hence the English had their sights on Bengal. However, during that time, the governor of Bengal was Shah Shuja, and in 1651, he allowed the English to trade freely in Bengal with the condition that they will have to give him rupees 3,000 per year as a duty for the trading rights in Bengal. However, the custom officers who were in charge of the tolls, like in toll gates today, they wanted toll payments, and hence, even after obtaining the Farmans, the company's business was obstructed in Bengal. However, the company wanted a fortified settlement in Bengal, which so that they can use force to accomplish their goals. And in August 1682, a kind of war, or rather a kind of standoff took place between the English and the Mughals, and the Mughals raided the English footholds. And after the Mughal raid, Job Charnock, who was the main leader of the English, he started negotiating with the Mughals to return to a place called Satanuti in Bengal. See, remember this thing, my friends. Satanuti, Govindapur, and Kalikata. These are the 3 main places which came together to form the modern day Kolkata. Okay, I hope you got my point. Now, in 1690, Job Charnock, he returned to Satanuti after signing a treaty with the Mughals. And in 1700, a fortified settlement was formed by Charles Eyre as its first president, and it became the seat of Eastern Presidency of the English. What was the name of that fortified settlement? Yes, my friends, you are right. It is Fort William. So if it is asked in any exam that in which year was Fort William established, so it has to be 1700. If it is asked in which place, then definitely it has to be Kolkata in Bengal. And who was its first president? Was Charles Eyre. And as I had already told you, Kalikata, Satanuti, and Govindapur were the 3 villages that amalgamated to form the modern day Kolkata. So this is how English slowly they established their foothold in Bengal with the fortification of the Fort William. Friends, now we are going to discuss about the Farmans given by the Mughal Emperor Farukkhsiyar to the English. See, in 1715, the English obtained 3 major Farmans. Farmans were nothing but, you can say it was kind of trading rights given to a particular company. Okay, so the English were successful in obtaining Farmans from the Mughal Emperor Farukkhsiyar. And what were the main terms of the agreement? First of all, the custom import and export were free except rupees 3,000 as annual fee. So what is meant is that the export and import items were mostly free for the Mughals. They did not have to pay for the English, and they did not have to pay anything to the Mughals except rupees 3,000 as annual fee paid to Shah Shuja. Then the company was allowed to issue passes for certain such goods as they deem fit. And the company was allowed to purchase more land in Kolkata. They did not have any restrictions in that regard. However, in Surat, for an annual payment of rupees 10,000, the company was exempted from all kind of taxes. They did not have to pay any tax whatsoever to the government. Okay, and the currency of the Mughals were to be the coins of the company minted at Bombay, as Bombay had become the head of British presidency in India after it was given as lease by the Portuguese king to the Prince of England, that is Prince Charles, after his marriage with Catherine of Portugal. I hope you got my point. Okay. Then friends, we are going to see the merging of the two English companies. The company which was formed by the Whigs. Whigs are nothing but there are two kinds of political parties, like we have left and right in India. There we have Whigs. Okay. The company formed by the Whigs opposed the monopoly of the East India Company. So the company tried to establish trading businesses, but it was a total failure. The East India Company could not form trading business alone. Okay, it tried. Okay, and even the company formed the Whigs, they also tried. However, they could not succeed on themselves. Means both company individually failed on their own. However, under pressure from the British Crown and the Parliament, both the companies merged together. They amalgamated to form the English East India Company. I hope you got my point. Okay. We are now going to discuss how the French made their inroads into Indian territory. See, among all the colonial powers who had come to India for the search of wealth and riches and to increase their power, among them the French were the last to come to India. During the reign of Louis XIV, a Frenchman called Colbert, he laid the foundation of Compagnie des Indes Orientales in 1664. So what is Compagnie des Indes Orientales? Okay, it is the company of French just to tackle the English East India Company. Just like we had the English East India Company, similarly this was the French company, you can say. And it was established in 1664. They were granted 50 years of trade monopoly in India and over the waters of Indian and Pacific Ocean. See, every colonial country, they wanted powers over the Indian and Pacific Ocean so that they can establish their own territory. They can monopolize their own needs and trades. They did not want any competing power with them. The French had a similar nature. In 1667, Francois-Caron set up an expedition to India for establishing a factory at Surat. So it might be asked you, in which year did Francois-Caron set up an expedition to India? Your answer has to be 1667. Okay. And the French governor Francois-Caron, he obtained permission from the governor during that time, Shaista Khan, to establish a township at Chandernagar. See, Chandernagar was a very strategic, important place during that time. Strategically important place during that time. And the French governor Francois-Caron, he obtained permission from the governor Shaista Khan to establish a township at Chandernagar. Similarly, Pondicherry was founded in 1674. And Mahe, Karaikal, Kasim Bazar and Balasore, it became the important trading centers for the French. Okay, I hope you got my point. Similarly, this is how French made their inroads into India. The next parts will be concluded and we will be continuing this part. So these are all our social media handles: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and email ID. If you have not liked our video or if you have not liked our channel, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe our videos. We'll meet you again. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.